Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Jessica Nicole. I'm a self-published author of YA fantasy romance novels, and in today's video, we're actually going to be plotting Act 2 of one of those novels. So, we are working on the second book in my Crimson Silver duology. It's a modernized Little Red Riding Hood retelling. The tropes for it are fake dating, forced proximity, fish out of water, and I am on book 2 of that duology. And I'm in Act 2, and if you have ever written a story before, you know that Act 2 is the longest part of your book. It's also the hardest part of your book because maybe you've thought of the beginning, maybe you've thought of the end, but if you're anything like me, you haven't really thought too much about the middle of a book before you start writing it. So it's double challenging because this is the second book in a duology, so I'm bringing back plot points from book 1, tying up loose ends, and making sure everything makes sense. So that being said, I need a little help. I usually do not plot. I want to get more into plotting, at least, in this way that I'm going to do today, because I am just not a plotter, but I think that it will help me get less frustrated, less confused when I am actually writing. So I'm going to use my closet door behind me and these sticky notes to plot out Act 2 of my novel. So I have 5 colors of sticky notes here. I have pink for romance because I do write fantasy romance. I have purple for magic, so the magic system, anything that I'm going to do with that, it will be in purple. I have blue for characters. I have orange for conflict, and I have green for world. So anything that has to do with the world. And so I'm basically just going to put out a bunch of ideas and stick them to the door so I can see visually that I have an even distribution of, let's say, conflict and romance. I don't want to have too much of either. I want them to have an even balance so that the story is interesting, but the story is still fitting in my genre. Also, same thing with the magic system. I want to make sure that I'm explaining anything that has to do with that needs to be explained. So in my journal, I actually did a little note-taking session here of the 3-act story structure. So I'm gonna browse my notes for Act 2, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so I literally just brainstormed a ton of ideas, and so now we're gonna go put them up on the door. Okay, so I don't want to get too close just in case I spoil anything, but this is basically my Act 2 plotted for all intents and purposes. Of course, I'm going to add like little things, little pizzazzy things here and there to just make the story flow and feel real and, just be a story. But these are the main plot points of Act 2 that I want to make sure that I hit. Over here, I put like little side character things and just little things I wanted to add. So like one of those things as a forest field trip there in the green, because the forest is like an enchanted forest, and I want to make sure that I show that. As you can see, I think I'm gonna have to tape these to the door, but yeah, so I want to make sure that I explore the like enchanted forest that they live in more. I also kind of wanted to make sure that I grouped things sort of as they were gonna happen. So starting up here and moving down, that's what's gonna happen first, and then we'll move over here and over there, and then like I said, that's side character stuff that can come into play at any point. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and tape them after this, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had an even distribution of like character development, mentioning the magic in the new ways it's going to be used. We have some new magic coming into play that wasn't there really in book one, so I want to make sure that I explain it well enough. I wanted to make sure I have an even-ish distribution of conflict and romance, because I feel like you need both in a YA fantasy romance. World, character, magic, conflict, romance, it's all going hand in hand, and I feel like I have a clear idea of where I am going with Act 2, and I just feel so much less stress about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you are as excited to come along with me on this writing journey as I am, as I am excited to undertake it. If you haven't read book one, it is available on Amazon, paperback and ebook. And that's all for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.